Welcome to another episode of The Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Tossed a penny, watched it rolls. It heads I'm heading to New Mexico. Tails I'm staying right here where I sit. Now would you believe me if I lied? Said it stayed up on its side. So I hitched a ride to a place I'd never left. Oh, that traveling on, that feeling gone, that age-old remedy. I know that feeling like I know it well, like I'm driving away from my tolling bell, and the hope alone seems to make me fit. Well, on my guitar I sit and strum, 'cause when a song comes along, it's like seeing something no one's gonna believe. Well, I'm drunk enough to boast there's a divine purpose for this coast to coast, but most of the time it's just enough to leave. Oh, that traveling on, that feeling gone, that age-old remedy. Now I'm sober and humble, but still I strum, because when a song comes along, I find faith in things I simply can't conceive. Like a fisherman, I need something rolling by when I make my stand. I'm just a man using his hands to pray. And when joy drops by, whatever's sweet, don't you beg her to stay like you never did meet, not want to return to where she swept you away. Oh, that traveling on, that feeling gone, that age-old remedy. I know that feeling like I know it well, like I'm ringing my own tolling bell. I'm not alone, I'm not alright, I'm not afraid. Welcome, bienvenue, welcome, un cabaret. How's everybody doing? I feel like, oops, what happened? That's pretty fun. What's wrong with that little doggy? He's got his paintbrushes. I'm dying to know what all he's got in his side pocket there. So I've been meaning to, well, not meaning to, but thinking for a while about how Fridays could very well be the week in review, sort of hitting one more time all the songs that have taken on a new life or really struck the nerve this week. There's been quite a few little leaping baby steps that have been taken this week, I feel. I didn't take notes, though. I should have looked back through the timestamps of the last 4 shows, practices. So, yep. Is it a show? Is it a practice? Ah, practice. So that was one from Monday, I think. So if you're a Stanton local, huge yard sale tomorrow at Saul and Christiana's house, and we went over there to take some stuff to contribute for the sale, and I picked up this new light. She bought this during COVID when she had to do all the Zoom meetings. It's one of those ring lights. I don't know, does it look much different out there? Does it look better? There's a lot of settings we could play with in terms of brightness and different hues and stuff. This is my favorite one out of the gate, but we could play around with that. But it definitely in here from this vantage is super fun. It looks way more legit. I feel it's like cozy and dark. There's a glowing ring light up there. So I'm definitely liking it on this side. But let's see. So I should probably, if we're going to keep doing this Fridays being sort of a review of the week's work, pop quiz, then we might need to find a way to make notes throughout the week of which ones really sort of had something happen that was cool. I'm not sure how is tech support in here? Tech. Oh, it makes my eyeballs more shiny? That's cool, because I actually have shiny eyeballs in real life. So it's just more realistic, I'd say. But does it put those rings in my eyes? Do you see rings? Another one I've been having fun with this week has been Who Am I? Singing in a different key than ever before. This week I've been doing it in G minor. It started in C minor originally, then I went to A minor for a little bit, but this week was the first. Oh, there he is. Hey, Tech. Wonder what the best method would be for Percy to I don't know what I'm wondering. Like, how do we put an asterisk by songs in the timestamps? I guess it would just be notes, right? Somebody could just leave a note. I don't know. Y'all blue sky on that while I sing Who Am I? And feel free, I know you've already added some songs to the set list, but if anybody has a favorite from this week, that could be an approach. Definitely my skin tone with this light is way cooler. I did do a little A/B photos here. Here, I'll show you real quick. This is the old one. It's my new light. In this, the skin tones are warmer. They're both nice, but yeah, percentage sign notes. I'm not sure if N is short for that one. Do they all work that way, tech support? And are these all notes? Oh, those are just top requests. But I definitely know percentage sign notes is a way to leave a note. I wonder what notes are in there right now. All right, I better get busy. Who? Oh, Harmonica grabbed my hair right when I went to sing. Who am I? I shouted on two streets. Who am I when looking to the bottom of a bottle? I'm somewhere between Baudelaire and Mad Magazine. Just sitting there, full throttle. I don't think God makes mistakes, no. And I don't think I'm really doing wrong. But some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking, thinking I could ever write this world a song. Who am I? I played on a stage last night in Georgia. Who am I? Yeah, eggs in Mississippi. And on the phone I could hear it in her voice, she was naked. And I could tell she didn't miss me. But I don't think God makes mistakes, no. And I don't think I'm really doing wrong. Some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking, thinking I could ever write this world a song. Stranger word. Who am I? My mother, she doesn't recognize me. Why would I insult this pitiful world? Looking into the eyes of such beauty. I don't think God makes mistakes, no. I don't think I'm really doing wrong. Some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking, thinking I could ever write this world a song. Thinking I could ever write this world a song. There's a lot I'm liking there. I don't know if it's the right key yet. One of my favorite things about that, I think I like the... It's fun, but I really like the some days I think. I like that. That's a new vibe. Frank wants to know when this song was written. Who Am I is a pretty old song, gotta say. I don't remember exactly. There's a lot of songs I don't really remember writing. Like where I was or what I was doing or any of that stuff. No idea. I just have to like think back. If it was on a record, that helps me date it. But that one has been around. I know the TheMuseMeant had a version of it. Dave, Amy, and I recorded it on Nudes. There's a nice version, I believe, on the all access section of the site. I haven't told anybody this. I'm going to send out a mailer on Monday and work on some promotions over the weekend for the coming week. But I have already added a TheMuseMeant, in the all access section of the web of nathansland.com is a bootleg from the original trio, the TheMuseMeant trio, the first final show. The drummer had left the band, and we stayed together for a few months after that, but we ended up disbanding, and I can't even remember the year of that. It was I don't know, like 2002, 3, I don't remember. But it was the first final show. We ended up getting back together as a string quartet a few years later in Oregon, but this was the end of the first epic phase of the TheMuseMeant's career. We did a final show at El Farol, ended up going back to my landlord's property and invited the entire venue out there for the after party to keep playing all night long. It was an epic night, but there's a lot of good energy on that bootleg, and it has "I Scare Myself" and stuff. Hey, Banjo Baby was asking for "I Scare Myself" last night, so that's there. Feast your ears. There's definitely a lot of energy bubbling over the glass of that evening. I wish I remembered writing that song, but I really don't. So the other thing Fridays can be is not necessarily songs that shined. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this sounded really good this week, let's play it again. It could be songs that there was a question about or that didn't shine particularly. Like, oh, that one really felt like it could really be something, but it was, whether it was the first time it was played or it was a new take on it that didn't quite hit but had potential. Any of those things are possible. All right, without further ado, let's look at the set you guys have created. I need a longer drum roll. I'm never ready for it. Anytime I trigger the drum roll, it happens too soon. I'm just not that quick. Oh, right. Jonah's working on his version of The Letter. And if y'all haven't heard that, I highly recommend checking that out. He just posted the first verse on the porch in Discord earlier. And hot tip, a lot of times when people share music in Discord on the phone, it can be like really weird. It just creates this weird link and it tells you to open it in weird apps, notes or stuff like. It's like, what is going? You can do it on the phone. It's just not that straightforward. But on computer, it's pretty sweet how it works. If you look on the porch, he shared this earlier. And it pops up in this little player. You can download it just like clicking download. And I do share a lot of videos and music clips in Discord in off hours. Usually every night when I go to timestamp the show, I'll have ideas and I'll be practicing the versions of the songs here in the studio, and if I like something, I'll usually record it just like I'm doing right now in OBS and just throw the video on the porch in Discord. Like, what do y'all think of it in this key, or what do y'all think of it in that key, and doing stuff like that. So these are all reasons I'm encouraging you to join the Discord server, because it's a lot of fun. A lot of cool stuff happens. Shanks Adula, look at that name. Speaking of new blood in the Discord, wonderful. Good to see you. All right. Well, I'll play Jonah, my version of The Letter. I did a Tombstone on piano last night for Halloween. That was pretty fun. If we get to that point in the set list tonight, I'll do it on guitars. Get that roll back. 44 songs played this week. There you go. See, look at that. Thank you, tech support. Someone throw something in the window for me. I just noticed I'm losing that feeling. You're fading from my arms, and I've quit talking. A little like you, and I can't find that charm you gave me. Time, girl, you gave me love, girl, then had to go first time in a long while I didn't want it to. You reminded me I had forgotten me. Then there I was, suddenly in all the sad ones, the memories, the bad ones, all ancient history. You gave me time, girl. You gave me love, girl, then had to go first time in a long while I didn't want it to. Got your letter, I ran to the river and just held it a while. And when I opened it, was all blank paper. How do I reply? You gave me time, girl. You gave me love, girl, then had to go first time in a long while I didn't want it to. Ah, nice request. What are these frogs doing? Oh, now we're talking. Grow Your Own. That was one we did talk a little bit about because it was requested earlier in the week, and I sang it in the original key, and I immediately was like, oh, that is too high for my older voice. I wrote this song a long time ago. So then that was one I posted a couple of different keys up in Discord later that night. And Banjo Baby said his favorite was G. It's the key of G. So I'll try a key of G tonight. I also posted one in the key of D, very different, and C, I think, on Discord. So long now, but can be found in an old sad town. You can't find your smile since you put it down, and you can't pave a road not to where you're bound. You can stand on your head, but you can't fool a frown. You gotta grow your own and pass it round, and pass it round. Lonely, you're just another face in the crowd. Hungry, you wander over fertile ground where you want to, but you don't shout out loud. And the streets, they empty to a bitter old cloud. And love don't grow on trees you chop down. You gotta grow your own and pass it around, and pass it around. Where the virgin left her dress, where the king left his crown, while pioneers searched for a place to settle down. And there's clouds in the sky like tossed off evening gowns, and it's like you're underwater, but you just don't drown. Even in the pastures of heaven I found you gotta grow your own, pass it round, and pass it round. You gotta grow your own and pass it round, and pass it round. Not sure I'm a huge fan of G. I can see why you like it, or liked it. This is my favorite, but nobody else seemed to like it. I won't do the whole song, but I was having the most fun in D, just because I think I'm just in a mood lately. Now, if we're sitting on a porch or a picking party or something, then it all takes on a whole different thing. But I'm just so into my little cozy bubble that anything that doesn't require much energy, I'm a huge fan of. So D was way more just like... Lonely, you're just another face in the crowd. Hungry, you wander over fertile ground where you want to, but you don't shout out loud. And the streets, they empty to a bitter old cloud. And love don't grow on trees you chop down. You gotta grow your own, pass it around, pass it around. Yeah, that's the D version. I'm so addicted to that space right now. I don't even know what the name of it is, what I call that space, but I know what I'm talking about. The bubble. That rock, I love the rocket, I really do. I did use it already on Who Am I earlier, but yeah, I'm game. Let's see what songs in the request list already want it. Sends to Rooftops. That uses a different one. Wait, which one? Yeah, A flat. tried singing my song, but I woke the missus. Went out in the yard, in the neighbor's rose. Walked down the street, and come the police. So that's the way the song goes. Get me out of this jail, gotta hit those high notes. Gotta stomp my foot on the refrain. Oh, but the judge sends me to the rooftops, and then only when it rains. I tried the afternoon, but what with all the clatter, it's like lighting a candle in the middle of the day. Sure, it gives off light, but it don't matter, 'cause no one needs it then anyway. Get me out of this jail, gotta hit those high notes. Gotta stomp my foot on the refrain. Oh, but the judge sends me to the rooftops, and then only when it rains. Tried not singing at all, I really thought I could do it. I went 4 days, then it all came out. It came out so loud, I didn't even know I could do that. They sure throwing that key away on me now. Let me out of this jail, gotta hit those high notes. Gotta stomp my foot on the refrain. Oh, but the judge sends me to the rooftops, and then only when it rains. And then only when it rains. Ah. Progaf says, grow your own in B flat someday for S and G's, please. I was not going to say anything about it, but I like the spirit of because this is this is on brand. This kind of conversation is on brand. Welcome to practice, folks. It's the sentence to rooftops. I don't know if I've ever written a song that has such a different range between the verses and the chorus. And I really like the chorus better in G where it was originally, and I like the verses better in this G sharp that we're trying now. I think the whole reason I bought this harmonica was to try sentence to rooftops in A flat or G sharp. But while I'm here, you're saying, oh, B flat is what you want to hear. I'll just sing you just a little tease of Grow Your Own in B flat. Yeah, the only reason I don't like I almost like the chorus in the new key, but I can't hit stop my foot on that on right there. Stop my foot on the refrain. In G, I can really go up and pop that on the refrain, but it's just a little too high in that key. It drives me crazy. been looking for. I already don't like it. It's too high. When I was falling asleep in bed last night, it like hit me what I've been fascinated by with my voice lately, and when I hear it back and when I sing it, I can feel it. But there's thin and then there's round, and I was just trying to imagine. Well, I wasn't actually trying to imagine. I just pictured it like it's. I shouldn't say why I know this so well, but I will say, because it's Friday night, no one cares. But I own a bidet, so I know the difference between a narrow stream of water going really fast, and the rounder it gets, the wider and bigger round. A narrow jet of water can hurt. Can hurt, but a wide thing of water just feels good. It's softer. So the bigger the cylinder of the stream of water. So I'm thinking of my voice like that. When it's thin, it just sort of hurts my ears sometimes. And so the rounder it can get, the softer it is on my ears. And I'm just so addicted to the wider streams of water or vocals these days. So I immediately, when I hit that, it's just like a narrow stream of water going, woo! Like, woo! You have been looking for so long now. See, it's just thin. Thank you. It is a brilliant analogy. I just didn't say it very good. But if you had a stream of water, it could be demonstrated. That would be like Mr. Wizard explaining it. So I'm really just looking for those round notes. You have been looking for. All right. Moving on. Great talk, though. I love it. Safe is the next request. I'm a little afraid of overplaying that. Do songs lose their magic if you play them too much, or do they just get truer and truer to themselves? But see, the conundrum, or the interesting thing is like a lot of that only really applies to the bubble, because context is everything. And if you're like at a pickin' party or something, and there's a lot of music going on, maybe there's a lot of chatter in the room, now suddenly you want a narrower stream to cut, to pierce through, to poke out. So like if you try to do the round thing, it could just be completely lost in translation. So context is everything. If I was at a pickin' party, I'd probably even want to go back to the original, like you have been, because then it will cut through. So there's a lot of context, there's a lot of things. I think about that in terms of like practicing your sound. Like I'm almost terrified to play out live right now, because I've been practicing this sound. And if I was going to like go on the road and practice to go on the road or whatever, I would be in here every night, plugged in and playing through my pickup and using a 58 microphone or whatever I'm going to be, because you got to practice the sound that you're playing. So it's right now I'm practicing this sound and I love it. The context changes everything. You're in charge of the silver lining. Yeah, those clouds are up to you. There's a sweet song somewhere when you're pining, just waiting until you're through. If you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. You can make everything happen for a reason. There's no tragedy that's not the way to go. That's why there's time, that's why there's seasons. That's just how we roll on down the road. If you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. So don't be too hard on you. You're the one's gonna get you out of this. You must be all you need, count on it. Someday you will reminisce. And if you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. If you're determined, you can believe, and if you can believe, then you'll have faith, and if you have faith, then you can love, and if you can love, you'll be safe. I'm laughing because I saw in the chat, like, hey, give us the window. And I was like, oh no. So I scroll over. It's the guitar with the urinal on it. I was about to give you some grief, but I was in the middle of safe and didn't want to kill the vibe. I was going to be like, don't. Really? A lot just happened. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that was a great request. It's hard not when you play a song a bunch of times, more frequently. There's that temptation to want to mix it up to like entertain myself and then like do a different take on it. Not saying that that's against the rules or anything, but I more than that want to stay as pure and as true to the service of the song as I possibly can, and not just do that willy-nilly. And that's a good exercise in and of itself. The Reminder. All right, sort of similar vein, but I'm into that right now. Let's stay here for a second. Oh, what did Beans say? All I see is what Beans said. Oh my goodness. There's a big old hair sticking out of the rocket. Is this what Beans said? You mean this? Remember where I was when I wrote this song, The Reminder. I was sitting right over there, a few feet from where I'm sitting right now. How many days have I waved off the miracle to claim I have empirical proof that we are blind? How many ways do I hide from beauty as if it's my duty to stay left behind? Rides in on each breath with wings from above, taps my shoulder, gives my sleeve a tug. Even in the darkest corner there's enough light to remind me of love. How many times have I laid awake wondering when my pirate plundering might come for me? How many crimes have I committed while sleeping, dreaming there's no keeping secrets from the sea? Rides in on each breath with wings from above, taps my shoulder, gives my sleeve a tug. Even in the darkest corner there's enough light to remind me of love. For the last little while I've been gathering up my broken mirror, taping it back together to look me in the eye, to tell me that I love me and believe me, 'cause it's true, there's too much to do, a new day is nigh. Rides in on each breath with wings from above, taps my shoulder, gives my sleeve a tug. even in the darkest corner, there's enough light to remind me of love. Light to remind me of love. I'm gonna. Ever since Swaby sent me that Howard Levy, Howard Levy, one of the best harmonica players of all time. He sent me this great little clip of him in an interview talking about what harmonicas he uses. And guys like that, you know, completely modify their harmonicas. They'll make Frankensteins out of them. They file the reeds down to make their own tunings, their own scales, and all that stuff. And but I feel like a part of me is going to have to get into that a little bit. The A harmonica consistently seems pitchy to me. Multiple A harmonicas, same brand though. I'm gonna have to get a Rocket. Next time I do the reminder, I'm gonna make a little note to myself to remind myself. I'm gonna try it in the Rocket, down a half step to A flat. Pull out the Rocket, get down on that thing. Reminder, A flat. I think that's a good idea. Try my move here. Post-its are magic, but you didn't know they could do that, did you? Oh, good note, thank you. All right, I feel the clock starting to speed up with its ticking. Next request looks like it's The Garden. Kai wants to know where I put the stickies. Usually I just do everything that's on the sticky. They're all notes of stuff I would need to practice off show, like after show. So usually after I go off air, I'll do the timestamps and I'll work on all the notes. And then once I've done everything that I made a note for, I throw it up. I ball it up and throw it away. There's still this roll that I do on the record. This song's on Spotify, and there's something I do on the ukulele on the original recording that was like the day I wrote the song or the next day that I still don't know how I did it. I'm like, how am I making that sound? I did it once. There's this really cool flutter that I don't know how I do it. Why isn't that searching? Oh, here we go. There it is. That. How am I doing that? That's the opposite of help. I'm in a different key here, but the roll should be the same. I'm not even gonna try. I hope that doesn't eternally drive me crazy. I have no idea how I do that. While on my way to walk through the garden, while on my way I stopped in the city. Still wanna walk through that garden someday. I hope that garden will wait for me. I met a man who, looking at my hand, said he could tell I didn't work just by my finger. I'd be proud to show him this hand now. It's funny how that memory lingers. Last night I heard the peepers by the pond and a train way off in the distance. Felt like I died on the day I was born and just dreamt this whole life up in an instant. I don't think that's the kind of question. Progaf says, time to phone a friend. I love this. And ask Brad. I don't think that's the kind of question he could actually answer. He's really good at, like, what chord is this? What am I playing here? But how I'm playing, like, that roll, It's almost like getting a cool sound out of a harmonica and then asking somebody, how did I do that? It's so hard to even talk about a harmonica. Like, but it's really easy to accidentally play something really awesome. There's a on Crazy About You on the record recordings from what we did earlier. There's a thing I do on harmonica that I'm not sure how I did it. That night I was drunk. It's not always true what they say. Sometimes you do actually do great things under the influence. Well, folks, we did it again. Thank you for a nice, relaxed practice. It was a very enjoyable hour for me. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Cheers. Our glass is empty. My heart is full. Already looking forward to Monday night. I'll be back Monday night sharp, midnight. Monday night to get back to work. I'm also planning on trying to come up with some marketing materials this weekend and do some work. There's some things I want to record. I got a lot of musical plans for the weekend as well. So I'll catch you up on all those adventures when I return Monday night. Thanks for joining me. I guess I'll look at the request list, see if a leaving song jumps out of ones y'all asked for. It'd be the best of both worlds. Oh, I could have stayed on ukulele. I'm into Safe to Say as a closer. Sounds pretty good to me. Cuckoo. You see that Cuckoo isn't hyperlinked in there. That one's not in the songbook. And I definitely don't remember that off the top of my head. When I first read that, I was like, wait. The cuckoo is a pretty bird. She warbles as she cries. I'm like, that's not my song. But then I remembered my coo, coo. It's the most political song I ever wrote. Cuckoo. Good work. Really felt like a practice. I like that. On brand. I heard someone asked me if I would be doing practice on Tuesday night, and I've, of course, thought a lot about this. And my only hesitation really is I don't like to do the practice if I've been drinking. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be drinking on Tuesday, for better or worse. I'm pretty sure. So I might do it Tuesday, but if I do, don't watch. I don't know. But I also feel like we should all be together. I don't want to talk politics on the show. Y'all can already tell that's true. You know, part of me wants to just do a whole watch party on Discord the whole night. I'll definitely be looking in Discord, but I think we're having some friends over, and also have one of my best friends is running for city council here in town. And we've been enjoying helping her with Vote Corey Park for city council here in Stanton, if you're local. And so hopefully we're going to be celebrating as well, just her victory that night. So there's a lot going on. So I guess we're going to play it by ear is the move. We're going to play it by ear. But I will not, I'll be checking in on Discord. We should definitely feel free to hang out on the porch. Feel free to hang out in Zoom. I know someday soon I'm going to open up Discord and you guys are all going to be playing a game in one of the voice channels or something. This is your porch. So have fun with it, and don't be afraid to lead the charge. I'm hanging hard in the disco or whatever, however you choose to use it. It's your place too. So have fun with it. Something Something happens to my brain between my... sorry, I just realized I've been talking that whole time with the reverb on. Sorry about that. Go! Go! It's ridiculous. Something happens to my words between my brain and my throat. I can see them in there writing in a little paper bowl. Whoa. Sorry, it just caught my eye. Something happens to my words between my brain and my throat. I can see them in there writing in a little paper boat. Trying so hard just to stay afloat. But it's rough weather, it's a long letter, or just a little note. I got so much I want to say. I don't want to push you away. Oh, but it's safe to say I'm afraid. I never know when I open my mouth just which foot is about to come out. Will it be my better one or the one all riddled with doubt? All I know is if I'm quiet too long, I suddenly shout. I got so much I want to say. Say I'm afraid. I want justice, but I feel guilty. I come clean, but I still feel filthy. I fill with pride, but it leaves me empty. Seems to be a difference between the truth and honesty. So much I want to say. I don't want to push you away. Oh, but it's safe to say I'm afraid. All right, thank you so much. Go get them, Tigers. Give them heaven. Show mercy. Be silly, be honest, and always trust your cape.